We now are doing our healthy Vending training, and we're following up on our policy agenda that we're working with. It's not supposed to be policy agenda, but our agenda for
Have
the
we
CDC.
determined other words?
Strategies, educational opportunities for the Voices community. We're working very well on the smoking restrictions in the communities. We've passed them so far in Fall River, New Bedford, Wareham. We've met with Dartmouth, and we're hoping that Fairhaven also has now shown an interest. As of last night, they did a meeting and asked myself to do it. Westport as well. Westport actually is a unique one where they're going to be voluntary, and it's the one that we thought was going to be the biggest opposition, and it's kind of come in thanks to Gail Rodericks and the youth that signed a petition and passed it around. So we're hoping that that happens as well. So we might have 2 or 3 communities back to back, just Fairhaven, Fairhaven, Dartmouth, and Westport. Just also within our policy agenda, we're working on the vending machines, and so we have this training that we're working with both Mary and Natasha coming all the way from Minnesota to help us see how we can push this along in our communities, all the South Coast communities eventually, but starting first with New Bedford, Fall River, and Wareham. So, turn over to you guys. Thank you and welcome. We don't have any sun for you guys, but
that's okay. Humidity still good. Be inside all day, right? All right. So I think what we'll start, just so that we can kind of get a sense of who's in the room, and you guys know each other right here, way back. But I think it'd be great for us if you can go around the room and just introduce yourself and explain who you are and kind of what your primary function is of where you're representing the organization. We have a variety of publications. There's a sheet in your packet that talks about our healthy eating. So there's 4 questions, and you're going to actually see them back there. They're on the posted pages. The first is, what type of vending could you impact? So constantly thinking about, okay, what sort of food or beverages or facilities are we trying to impact when we're talking about our strategies today? What policies or strategies do we want to pursue? And so there's a whole host, a whole menu of different things that you can do, from the spectrum of voluntary versus mandatory to where, is it a governmental ordinance or is it a worksite wellness policy? So there's a lot of different options. So continue to think about what those options are. What are the possible obstacles? And we really want to dive into this obstacles piece, because then you can identify the 4th question, which are the tools to help you be successful or overcome the obstacles or find a way through the obstacles. And so everyone has Post-its in front of you. So as we're going through the presentation, we encourage you to actually write down on the Post-it some of the answers that you might think of when we're going through this information. And then we're going to take some breaks. It's going to be kind of some of the way that we break up the day, and allowing you to go put the Post-its on their respective spots. And we're going to be coming back to that.
Like, don't put yourself in a box right now. As we understand it, you've identified healthy vending as a key policy or initiative that you want to explore and pursue. But it sounds, as we understand, that there's still a lot of questions that you have, and we're hoping to provide you with some information and just some, hopefully make you think about things in a different way and think about different types of opportunities than you may have considered before this this training. And so we'd encourage you, there's no right or wrong answers here. Whether or not what you come up with is a good fit with your needs and with your agenda is another question. But don't censor yourself with this process, because we really want to think outside the box.
All right, I want us to shift gears a little bit with this next session, and Natasha did a really great job of providing kind of a framework and overview of what we're talking about and just some ideas that you can start working with in thinking about what policy initiative or intervention that you want to pursue in your community. And what I want to spend the next hour and a half probably going over is looking at some really specific legal and policy issues that can come up in healthy vending initiatives. I don't know what you guys did here, but we had a great meeting in the other room. So why don't we go ahead? Have you guys identified a person to report out? No. Yes, all right. I believe Donna is
Gently,
up. All right. So why don't we start with Ron?